Hello and welcome to Kickoff Podcast with me, Imoleayo Fakayode. I'm joined as always by Fisayor, right score senior writer. How have you been, guys? How was the weekend for you? If your club didn't get the victory this weekend, I don't know if I should say I'm sorry because it's not my fault. By the way, Chelsea fans, how was your weekend? Fisayor, how was your weekend?
Yeah, great. Thanks for having me once again. We are so sorry we couldn't make it on Monday, but we are here today to give you all the latest news in the world of football. And I think we've packaged all of the news, and we just have to, put it down to you. And thanks to everyone listening to us again. This is Kickoff Podcast. I'm very, very happy. This is 2021, and new things we started happening. I'm expecting, strange results, but it starts with my own darling Chelsea. Well,
that wasn't strange, by the way. That was not a strange result.
I think it's a strange result to me because since Chelsea trailing by 3-0, less than 40 minutes, well, it's strange to me.
All right, let's start from that result. It was on Sunday. Before that match, I was thinking that Manchester City would not have any chance against Chelsea, and even for the fact that Hakim Ziyech was available for the game, he seems to be the X factor for Chelsea, and it was available. And the front three that all Chelsea fans has been rooting for, has been waiting to see for weeks, and they finally saw that front three of Christian Pulisic, Timo Werner, and Hakim Ziyech. But that front three produced absolutely nothing against Manchester City. Manchester City looked back to their brilliant best in that first 45. Although they didn't do anything in the second half, Chelsea took control. They went into the game management mode, trying to reduce the deficit, which they did when Callum Hudson-Odoi came off the bench to score a consolatory goal for Chelsea. You could say Chelsea won the second half and Manchester City won the first half, but overall Manchester City won the game. They took the game away totally from Chelsea. It could have been more than 3 goals, but the question now is, have Chelsea spent over £200 million? Yes, in this summer. The players they bought, were they overrated? Were they overhyped players? Because Timo Werner has not scored in 12 games now for Chelsea. What is wrong with Frank Lampard? Personally, I don't feel this is I don't think it's an issue with Frank Lampard. That's just me. Frank Lampard will now tell Timo Werner not to have a shot on target for a whole 90 minutes, and Frank Lampard will not tell his players to be playing like schoolboys, to be making schoolboy errors. I don't know, Manchester City were fantastic in the first half of that match, but the truth, where I fault Frank Lampard was Timo Werner was firing blank. You should have at least took him off 50 minutes, 60 minutes into the game. I was expecting to see Olivier Giroud. Werner was not effective. The other player you needed in that match on Sunday was a certain Olivier Giroud to disturb the backline of Manchester City. Diaz, was he Raheem Diaz now? Yeah, and what's his name? John Stones were on holiday. They were just partying all through that match. They have absolutely nothing to do. Chelsea offered absolutely nothing except for the consolatory goal by Callum Hudson-Odoi. What's your assessment of Frank Lampard here? I also think we are overblowing this issue. It's just 6 games winless run for Chelsea. It's not like that of Arteta, and at some point this season as well, Ole Pochettino had a poor run, and here we are now. He's in the title conversation. So for me, what's your assessment of that game, Hila?
Well, talking about the players, I don't think they are overrated or underrated. Chelsea this season, I said it earlier in one of our podcasts that using 4-3-3 against small teams, you can go away with it. Even they struggle with 4-3-3. I'm seeing Chelsea, playing good when they put in a formation of 4-2-3-1. Frank Lampard has made has used such formation this season, and they play really well. I'm just expecting such thing against Man City on is it not Sunday night? Yeah. On Sunday night. I'm expecting something like that. There is available. Most of your players is available. To me, I don't think it's a case of the players are overrated or underrated. Lampard is just the issue here because the way he set up his team, to fail. That is what I see. Because I can't imagine you having a quality players. Like Fabregas was forced to tweet on Twitter on that night that a lot of quality on the pitch, but still errors, mistakes are coming in. But why? You can see Kante making a big error in the third goal. Schoolboy error. I'm telling you. So I don't think it's a case of the players are underrated or overrated. That is what Frank Lampard asked them to do, and they are doing it. To me, I don't really know what to say to Frank Lampard.
You think he should be fired, or they should just be patient with him for some few games?
Well, to all Chelsea fans, they want him to be fired, but to the board, I think they still want to give him chance to prove himself again. I think the mistake here, everything here is Frank Lampard mistakes, Frank Lampard errors.
And what did Pep Guardiola did right for you? I feel that going into that game, Manchester City knew what Chelsea are going to offer. Going up against the trio of Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic, and Timo Werner, even though he has been firing blank, won't be easy. But Pep Guardiola knew what he wanted, and they went all out. Ilkay Gundogan was fantastic. Phil Foden was fantastic as well. He scored the second goal, I think. And overall, what's your assessment of Manchester City? Credit to them, they made Chelsea look ordinary.
Yeah, credit to Manchester City, because I couldn't expect what they play against Chelsea, because playing Kevin De Bruyne as a striker is something I can't even just imagine. But he really played well. Like seriously, I don't expect De Bruyne playing so much well against Chelsea in that game, because he was playing out of position. So I think out of position is not a case of excuse to me anymore, because if De Bruyne can play very well as a striker, oh come on, what else can't he do? So I think it's just a case of they just pin all their chances, they make use of it, and here they are with all the 3 points.
Alright, let's talk Ole Solskjaer and Manchester United. They are joint top of the Premier League with Liverpool after their victory against Aston Villa. 2-1 it ended. Bruno Fernandes, the man of the match again, with a penalty. He tucked away a penalty for Manchester United. That proved to be the winning goal. Let's talk Ole Solskjaer. What is the case of we were just too harsh on him? Because I was reading an article yesterday, that was Monday, and I saw so many things that Ole Solskjaer have done behind the scene that the media have not noticed. He has drafted in so many match analysts and all of that, fitness coach, trainer, and all of that. So many things he has done behind the scenes that we've not noticed, and that is really translating to what we are seeing Manchester United doing at the moment. Why aren't we convinced yet that Manchester United can mount a title challenge? They are grinding out those results, those difficult points, and yet we are not taking them serious, Hila.
Well, talking about Manchester United now, let me say, in one of our podcasts I said I'm not convinced yet, but saying the way they are playing right now, I think they are beginning to convince me, because Ole Solskjaer has been doing some great job at Manchester United this season. Seeing him winning
at some point this season,
the last game,
calling for a sack, that they should be fired.
Yeah, I'm seeing the last game, the 1-2-1. I was so much surprised, because I couldn't imagine it was Manchester United
and to think that
winning
this was
this
the same
game.
as Aston Villa that thrashed Liverpool 7-2.
Yeah, exactly. So I just don't know. I don't want to call for his head anymore, because right now he's doing a great job. So just let it be like that.
All right, let's talk about Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. The Liverpool manager was frustrated after they were defeated by a goal to nil. Danny Ings with a fantastic goal, a second-minute goal, gave Southampton all 3 points against Liverpool on Monday night. The question now is, how did Southampton beat Liverpool? They scored in the second minute of the match, and for the next 88 minutes, for a whole more than 88 minutes, because there were some added time and all of that, Liverpool couldn't breach the Southampton goal. What happened?
Well, talking about the game,
Liverpool have now fired blank in 2 games back to back against Newcastle and against Southampton.
Yeah, Jurgen Klopp blamed Alexander Arnold error for the loss, and the penalty not given, the handball penalty not given. A blame 8 on the loss, but I think that is not the case. Liverpool should be doing more.
They weren't clinical.
Yeah, they weren't clinical. Southampton was just there for the taking, and they did all they need to do to take all the 3 points. They defended so very well,
resolutely.
And I'm serious. Southampton is the only team to beat seven teams that won the Premier League title in the following season. So I think it's the history is just how should I put it? Repeating itself. So I kudos to Southampton. They did a very great job scoring a 2-minute goal and take it away like that.
Who does that? Who can? It's only Southampton who can do that.
I'm serious. That is.
Let's talk about Mauricio Pochettino. It's signed, sealed, and delivered. No longer news. Is the new PSG boss. What does he bring to PSG? As far as I'm concerned, he will win the French League on. But talking the Champions League, he has a very low resources to work with at Tottenham Hotspur, and he gave them the UEFA Champions League final with more budgets to work with. Can he deliver the Champions League trophy for PSG?
I think he can with the qualities of players he has in PSG. PSG is a team that's with a lot of qualities, with a lot of big money players, and I think he can do it if he can manage them well. Pochettino is a coach that doesn't take nonsense. If you are not doing well, he go to the feeder team, to the academy team, to bring players that are hungry for success. So I think he's not a manager that takes nonsense. So he's gonna do well.
That's the size of the podcast, guys. The transfer window is open. If there is any big transfer stories, we shall be talking about it on this podcast. And you can also follow I and Hila on Twitter. Hila is at Hila_Fisayo, and I am Fakimsa on Twitter for the latest in the world of transfer. If there's any concrete transfer stories, we shall be tweeting about this. And at RightScore Update on Twitter and on Instagram as well. Follow our page on Facebook as well at RightScore. Hila, your final word.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us once again. Thanks for listening to us once again. I'm very, very excited for today. And make sure you say no to rape. Rape is a cause, and COVID-19 is going everywhere, up and down, and the second lockdown is looming. Please stay safe.
All right, stay safe, guys. Bye bye for now.